your God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. Our body actually does replace every cell, and we are actually never older, quote unquote, than 12 months at any given time. We always have a brand new body. The only thing is, as these brand new cells are created, they are created in the image that you have for them. If they are supposed to be 98, then they look and act like they are 98. Based on what you think 98 looks and acts like. If your image is that you are young, then the cells will be made brand new like always, but they will act and look like the image you have for them and expect from them no matter what that image is, young or old. But the cells are always new. We think that just because animals have an age progression, so should we. But nothing could be farther from the truth. We are creating our bodies as we go. Remember, it is a projection, a representation of what we think it should be. Remember the multiple personalities who change their bodies instantly to match what each personality thinks their body condition should be. If we can see with our earlobes, and bullets can flatten against our stomachs, and we can even stop eating and drinking for 30 years, then we can be any age we choose. That is to say, that we can have a body in the condition that we choose. Getting younger. There was an important study conducted by Ellen Langer, psychologist at Harvard University. She did a study in 1979 where she took older men and put them in an environment that was in a 1959 setting for a week. That was 20 years earlier. Everything in the location was from the 1950s, and they were only allowed to talk about things in the 1950s as if they were there right now. The TV shows and the TV itself were from the 1950s. Everything they saw, from the magazines to the furniture, was from the 1950s. She first tested everyone for all the main characteristics of aging to see where everyone was starting from. Then, after being in the 1950s environment for a period of time, she found that they all had health benefits from the experience. Their body ages were actually reversing. Some no longer had to use their medications. Their fingers changed in length and a host of other improvements. The important point here is that they were not told to get better. They were just told it was a 1950s experiment. So they had improved automatically because they were just remembering and living in a time when they were younger and more able. This caused the new cells in their bodies to be created mirroring the health of the images they now had in their mind of better, younger times. Video example, turning back the clock. What is this video about? In this video example, Ellen Langer is being interviewed by Terry Kelly on the show Books and Authors. Ellen had written a book called Counterclockwise and is the subject of a movie of the same name. In her book, and presumably in the movie also, she recounts her famous experiments on reversing the aging process. She mentions several of them in the interview.
For best results, pause this video at this point here, and watch the video example mentioned in the segment. The links are located in the book chapter, and at the end of the book. If you are watching this online, you will find the link for this video example listed in the notes section. Then, after watching the associated video example, continue watching this video from here.
The 1959 study. She took old men to a timeless retreat and had them live as if it were 20 years earlier. They had discussions twice a day that were held in the present tense as if they were in 1959 right now. The decorations and everything about it was from 20 years earlier to put their mind in that setting. Their vision improved and hearing improved. Their before and after pictures looked younger, and their thinking ability improved. She was even playing football with some of them at the end of the study. All this improvement happened after only 7 days of exposure to and experience in this 1959 retreat study. Okay, let's have a look at this illustration. Now, of course, we're starting out with the normal reality, which, of course, all that means is that we're using meanings that are the standard accepted meanings that most people have. Okay? So you have the physical meaning of a person's body. Okay? That's a normal human body. That's the physical meaning. Then you have the physical meaning that bodies age. That the body ages continually. That's a physical meaning. Then you have the physical meaning that the body is a certain age, a certain old age. What do you get? You get the physical meaning results. Bodies continue to age and they stay old and get older is what you get. Okay, now that's the normal meaning. You have the person's bodies age continually, the body is a certain old age already, the body continues to age and gets older. Normal meanings, normal accepted meanings. Okay? So you have a normal accepted meaning, it's going to give you the normal reality that most people have because they share the same meaning. Okay, now
to continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, Chapter number 10, Segment number 46. Let your quest for knowing continue.